going on, guys? Those of you who don't know me, my name is Anthony. This is my son. He's currently 10 months old, Solomon. Say, what's up, Solomon? And you guys will probably hear my other son, Angel, in the background. He's playing some video games. What's that? Say hi to the people. So anyways, I wanted to start documenting the process on building a seven-figure agency. Oh, someone's calling. Don't know who that is. But we're building a seven-figure marketing agency, and we're going to do it using virtual assistants. And one of the things about Mama, where'd Mama go? Where's Mama? Hi, say Mama. But one of the things that we're doing that's going to be unique is we're going to be having like a heavy emphasis on virtual assistants. So I built a company called Outsource Plug, and Outsource Plug currently hires virtual assistants for companies here in the U.S. The business model is really simple. We'll pay, for example, between like $4 to $10 an hour for virtual assistants, and we will charge our clients between, let's say, $8 to $20 an hour, and that's the whole model. Built it up to a seven-figure business, and I just really don't like the model anymore. There's so many variables that are out of our control, and like I failed at like trying to niche it down, right? I'd like to think that I'm a student of Alex Hormozy, and I feel like I've really failed trying to get it to. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Little man had to go to bed. So, okay, coming back to what I was saying. All right. Sorry, I'm breathing super hard right now. I got a lot of anxiety because so much shit is going on. Built Outsource Plug. There's a lot of variables that are not within our control, right? So there's a certain level of client where, maybe I just don't know how to get to them. We have a handful of clients who are great. They hire people. They don't really need us. They take the bull by the horn, train everybody. Like, everything's fantastic. But the vast majority of our clients, though, there's a lot of variables that we can't control when it comes to their virtual assistants because we don't build their systems. We don't build, we don't train their people. We don't do any of that stuff. We literally just source people and then manage them. And, the problem with that, right, is like, unless you're like really training them or doing like a done for you service, it's very difficult to assure quality. Super difficult. So, I've for the last probably like year and a half, I haven't really been focused on the business. I've worked maybe like most weeks like 5 to 10 hours per week. Sorry about that. I could do like screen share, but I'm too lazy to do all that right now. All right. So coming here, you can see like, when I first started keeping track of this in April 2019, it was around $5,000 a month. And fast forward, it gets to the point where eventually like our biggest month, we do like 130K. And then from there, it drops down. So, it was a seven-figure agency 2 years in a row. Last year, it officially dropped under seven figures. But, kind of is what it is. Like, it's been a really interesting experience. Obviously, it's like not shutting down. It still exists. And I think that with growing this new agency, I think that Outsource Plug is going to grow as well. I kind of think of Outsource Plug like, I think of it like, we're selling a tool. We're not selling like a full solution, right? Outsource Plug by no means is a full solution. It's a tool, and our clients who do use the service, they're fulfilling like the virtual assistants are fulfilling a very specific function within their companies, right? So the main type of company that we work with is marketing agencies, and originally when I first started Outsource Plug, actually, it used to be a website design agency. That's how it started. And I ended up reading this book called The 4-Hour Workweek, which, don't take it literal. Like, I did it. It's annoying. You don't want to work just 4 hours a week. It's like, it's stupid. Don't do it. If you want to experience it for a while, great. But it's just like, if you want like the meaning sucked out of your life, especially for ambitious people, like work 4 hours a week if you want. But anyways, I read that book, read another book called Virtual Freedom by Chris Tucker. That one was a little more tactical. 4 hour work week was like mindset. And the Virtual Freedom book was more tactical. So after reading those books, then when I was developing websites, I was like straight like learning off of YouTube, selling websites for probably max like $2,000 or something like that. But eventually, I figured out how to hire virtual assistants, and I got so excited about it, I started telling everybody, and that's kind of like how Outsource Plug was born, right? It was born out of excitement, and at first it was cool, and I made a lot of mistakes with this agency. I spent it was the first time in my life ever having money. I live in the Bay Area. Actually, technically, I live in the second most expensive city in the United States, called San Jose. I know we beat San Francisco and Connecticut. Surprise, surprise. But rent's expensive here, and I grew up poor, and for the first time in my life, I had money. I bought a freaking Audi. I went on trips. I did a bunch of stupid shit, and I messed up a lot financially, and I've been paying for it. But Outsource Plug, though, the product, it's just a really tough product. It's just even my business partner Brendan, who he's an absolute complete business savage. He grew a real estate media company to does around $6-7 million a year. I think the biggest year they had was like $8 million, and now he coaches other agency owners on how to do the same thing. But even him, he's like struggling to sell the product, right? And it's not an easy product to sell. It's really, really not. It's not an easy product to sell, to fulfill. And I'm sure that if I really wanted to continue developing it and create systems, and like if I wanted to build it to be like, for example, like a virtual assistant cold calling service for real estate agents, like I'm sure I could do that. My heart's just not in it, and I'm just not really excited about it. So so now it's like, for me, what is exciting is what I want to start, what this whole video is all about. It's about starting a marketing agency, mainly leveraging virtual assistants. So let me tell you guys the idea. So again, if you are a Alex Hormozi student, he encourages you to have basically like an unscalable client at all times, right? Or a few, whatever, high ticket, unscalable clients. So for me, the way that I'm doing that is I've done that by actually getting a job. So what I was going to do originally was I ended up getting my insurance broker's license here in California. I was just going to go start a property and casualty commercial insurance brokerage. That's what I was going to do. And then I ended up seeing this ad for a construction company. And the ad was like pretty unrealistic. Like I read that and I was like, there's no way that they're going to find anybody who can do everything that they're asking. They're asking for web development, social media management, photography, videography, whatever. So I actually picked up the phone and I called the company. I was like, hey, my name is Anthony, blah, blah, blah. I'd like to meet with you guys. Here's, I sent in a resume, and I talked to the owners, and sure enough, like pretty much, right on the spot, like I was talking to the owners of the company, and it really felt more like a consultant. Like I didn't feel like I was like interviewing for a job. It was more like telling them like, hey, here's your options and here's what you guys are going to do. And, it's a husband and wife couple, and the husband wants to go this way and the wife wants to go this way, and they're not really sure how to get it done. But after coming in there, I've been there for 2 months now working with them. I finished building out 2 websites for them. We're launching a 3rd website for a product, and doing photography, videography, social media, all kinds of stuff. And again, really focusing on like that unscalable aspect, right? It's cool because I can leave the job at any time, right? Outsource Plug still pays for my bills, still pays for my lifestyle. So I can leave the job anytime. But what's been really cool is like I've been learning a ton about construction. I had no idea like how construction companies worked, and now really like learning like the mindset, the ins and outs. What are how do these guys think? What do they want? And what are their biggest challenges? Like I'm learning it from like the inside, and what I'm starting to realize is that There's no like construction marketing agencies here in the Bay Area that have like an all-in-one kind of solution, right? So, for example, Brendan built Aerial Canvas, a real estate media company. Before Aerial Canvas, I think the biggest company was called like Tour Factory, and then another company came after that called F8. And Aerial Canvas came and completely changed the industry to the point where everybody started copying them. So, uh, Brendan, he was like the first person to say, fuck that. Like, let's package this thing up, bring everything together. Let's hire employees full time, not use contractors. Like, he just completely turned the industry on its head, and he brought high quality cinematic photo, video, drone, website, all of it into one bundle that was pretty much like a no-brainer for real estate agents, and that's how they've scaled. And they've had a lot of spin-off companies happen, people who just like literally copy the agency to create their own agencies. And for me, what's funny is when I met Brendan, I never wanted to shoot residential photography or video because I was actually a marketing director for Century 21 at the time, and I just did not want to deal with residential agents like whatsoever. So I shot photo and video for commercial. Now it was like nowhere near what Aerial Canvas was doing. Like Aerial Canvas's quality was just way up, and I just never finished developing that. But anyways, fast forwarding now coming into construction, like I know Aerial Canvas has worked with some construction companies, but they don't really understand like how the inside of a construction company works, the process, the mindset. You really have to like be in it to understand it. So now, oh, give me a sec. Baby's awake. Hold on. All right, guys, I'm tired as shit. Baby's asleep now, so hopefully I could just finish this video real quick. So, yeah, I've been inside the construction company, and what's cool is like the work that I've been doing, other contractors have been noticing. So, I am currently putting together a plan right now for an agency that services construction companies, and we'll see how it goes. I just want to document this process. This is not like the video where the idea came, or like I'm like, hey, this is the start of it. I've already been working on it. Today is Labor Day. I've been working all day long today. I just came home. My fiance, wife, whatever, she left to go do her exercise, and my brain is fried. Yesterday was Sunday, worked all day. Saturday, worked all day. Friday, worked after work. So it's definitely been getting my mind going again, and I've been definitely inspired. And probably like the biggest mindset shift going into this agency is thinking a lot more like a general contractor, if you will, right? Like when a general contractor gets a job, like one of the first things that I noticed, like I was pretty surprised when I walked in the office and, there's like 4 people. And then I'm like, well, where's all the, I see like company trucks. Like there's only like 3 actual construction guys who work for the company. All the rest gets like, they call it, subbing out or subcontractors. And it was so fascinating when I would go to the jobs and I would see like 30 guys. But of the 30 guys, 27 do not work for the construction company. And that like blew my mind. And I'm like, okay, well, this agency, that really encouraged me to have a focus on this agency where we keep the overhead very low and we really focus on, getting the clients, getting their visions out, getting their brand voice, doing all these core functions in-house. That is a lot of like intellectual work and getting the process down to get that out of these construction guys. And then from there, subbing out work, right? So I just had a meeting today with a website design agency who I really like, who I think we're going to use them for actually building out the websites, though I can build them out myself. I don't want to. I could hire a full-time website developer. I just don't want to manage them. I would rather do all the work up front, get the, get all the assets from them, all the intellectual property, all the mind stuff. I'd rather be the person who extracts from the brain, organizes it, and has the one position I will hire is a project manager, and I will have the project manager work with the website company. For now, I will be shooting all the photo and the video for these companies, because I think what we're going to end up doing is probably like a monthly retainer model, to keep them, to do like a monthly photo video thing. Like, I think that's what's going to be our monthly model. So it'll probably be like when we work with somebody, it'll be a big fat upfront cost, somewhere between like $15,000 to $25,000 just to get started, and that's going to include like website branding, that whole freaking mind-numbing process to get started. And then from there, the monthly recurring is going to come from photo video. And for some companies, we also have a company that specializes in ads for construction. So they do white labels, so we're going to resell them as well. And pretty much like so that's the idea, right? 15 to 25K up front, white label website design, white label ads. And eventually, and for now, I'm doing the photography video, but I want to get contractors, pay them very well to go shoot photo video. I don't even need them to edit the photos. I don't need them to edit the videos, because that is something that I do have already, current contracts with video editors, photo editors, like literally work with like the best guys already as it is. So that's the plan. And this is, me vlogging it day one, documenting it and putting it out. So hopefully there's some of you who are going to watch this and like say, hey dude, like refocus, or here's what you're missing. And maybe for some of you, this is going to be like a learning thing. I don't know. But what I do know is that, Freedom Frameworks as a channel, it's really interesting. It's really interesting. I put myself into a job to like escape from it. And I'll let you guys know how it goes. I'll get a little more in depth with like the work that we're actually putting out, because this video here is definitely not representative, does not represent the actual work that we're putting out for our clients. The work that we're putting out for our clients is good, great. There's already people, like, it's only been 2 months and there's people starting to copy the work that we're putting out. But the thing is that I'm bringing knowledge from other industries into construction, and nobody's seen it like this before. So it's been really interesting. But yeah, guys, so day one, building a marketing agency with virtual assistants. Let's go.